after terrible traffic or travel.
Were you driving?
No, I flew all day yesterday and today. All right.
All right.
Awesome. We're gonna jump right into it. Joey, really appreciate that. Guys, we're gonna officially begin here on Zoom here. We also are on several different platforms as Joey teed up here. Matt, obviously great to have Matt here as well too. But so yeah, Afolabi guys is really a true expert in let's say sourcing. Sourcing gets overlooked sometimes too, but beyond that, my personal opinion, what I saw in terms of like ideas for selling products, creativity, in some ways not overthinking things. Like sometimes some of the things you described look almost kind of simple, but they're, you know, there's more to it than just that. But I was just really blown away by some of the things Afolabi did. And so with that, let's just hand it over to you, Afolabi. I appreciate it if you don't mind doing a little introduction, and we're live here and take it away. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Jamie, for having me here. It's so much fun. Hello, Matt. Nice to meet you. Hi, everyone. I'm Afolabi from Honor Worldwide. I started Honor Worldwide with Norm, the beard guy. I mean, many people would know him. Previously, before me and Norm started with Honor Worldwide, I've been sourcing and developing products for 20-something years. Been to China several times. I started with my shoes. I developed some sneakers. They were very colorful sneakers that I thought they were way ahead of their time. And we launched, and that was the first product we launched on Amazon. That was in 2002, I believe. And I was on and off on Amazon. So I'm going to share more stories. I like telling stories, whether they were good or bad. I'll be happy to share my story during the course of this presentation. And also, I want to kind of make it very interactive. So if you have questions, please write down your question. I would like to keep it really brief, and so that we can go into question and answer in case you guys have questions before or at the end of the show. So I'm going to share my screen, right, Jamie?
Yes, you should be able to. Let me know if you have any issues with that. Is it?
Okay, I got it now.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, great. So today we're going to just be talking about how to outsmart your competition with killer product innovations. I kind of started early on Amazon. I didn't really know what I was doing, myself and my business partner, but after many years, we realized that we were doing it the right way. Because when we started with products that were very innovative. We invented this product. They were very simple products. I'm going to show you some of them as we're going along this presentation. They're so simple, they're fun, and we sold a lot of those products. So when everybody started jumping on, Me Too products, we realized, oh my gosh, we actually got it right when we started. We were growing so fast, to the point of like maybe 3,000 to 4,000% a year in growth. We grew too much that, we had to put a pause on our growth because we just couldn't handle it anymore. So I'm going to go a little bit about myself so that we can get to the meat of what we're going to talk about today. I love creating and manufacturing, innovative products. I'm obsessed with finding good quality products at bargain prices. I sourced a lot of products. I still enjoy sourcing, even though I don't do it too much, but I still do it for fun because I just enjoy the process of sourcing. I told you I started Honor Worldwide with Norm Farrar. It's an innovative product development company, and we do sourcing as well. And we have a 3PL facility here in Pennsylvania. We are about to move into our bigger facility. I'll talk a little bit about it later. we're about to launch our sourcing mastery course, which is to my knowledge and to the other people that have kind of listened in and watched some of the videos, they told me that this is the most comprehensive product sourcing course you ever need, because we covered everything, including everything I'm going to talk about today. I've owned and sold a few seven-figure private brands, not as much as Jamie and Joey. I've sourced and manufactured, a few million pieces of products, and I've made a lot of mistakes, which I'm going to share more about today. I've learned a lot of hard lessons. So in short, what Onu Worldwide does is we just help brands save time and money as their products travel from just a simple idea till they get to the end user. So we call it Supply Chain 360. So from the time you're thinking about your idea to the time you bring it to fruition, we just kind of want to be your midwife to help you bring that idea to birth, and then walk you through the process of, sourcing it, inspecting it, manufacturing, shipping, clearing, warehousing, fulfillment. Everything that has to do with supply chain is what we handle. You can see. So this slide will be made available to everybody so that I don't have to go over everything we do. This presentation is all about you, not about me tonight. So this is our new facility that we're moving into in August now. It's built for 3PL. I designed this facility by myself, and I'm really excited. We're moving in there. It's about 6-story building tall. It's massive. It's a almost 10,500 pallet capacity. It's going to be semi-automated. We were in Atlanta actually last year looking at robots and different things we could be using at this facility. So you can read about it more in this presentation that Joey and Jamie are going to give to you. But so let's get started. Warren Buffett is still one of the wealthiest people in the world because he knows how to spot and invest in companies with a moat. Can anybody type in what a moat is? What do you think a moat means? Can somebody type in the chat? What is a moat? Let's wait. Can somebody type in the chat what you think a moat is? Protection around cash. I hope you're not asking GPT. Someone said it sounds like a male goat. No chat GPT, please. A barrier that separates you from the competition. Perfect. Wow. This is a serious class, man. I mean, Jamie and Joey, this is a game-changing class. Everybody kind of knows what I'm talking about. So that's really cool. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, I see. I take on Jamie, a barrier that separates you from competition so enemy can't get you. Protection around castle. Awesome. Yeah, that's perfect. We're now going to bring the idea of a moat into our business. So a moat is a deep dish surrounding a castle, a fort, or a town, typically filled with water and intended as a defense against attack, right? This is what it looks like. You see the water around that castle? That castle is untouchable. Well, in those days, maybe untouchable. Maybe these days, they could shoot a missile or whatever to get it. But you get the point of where we're going. This guy, Tom Gaynor, co-CEO of Markle, they asked him what an economic moat is. He said, in today's world, the moat is really how innovative a business is. How can it adapt and invent faster than competitors? So ask yourself this question as we're going through this tonight. Do my products have a moat? Let's be honest and be true to ourselves. Do my products have a moat? Do I have something to separate me from everything out there? Do I have something that could protect me and defend me against competitors? Competitors are rising right, left, and center. Right now, your supplier is actually still your competitor now. maybe your Chinese factory or your supplier, anywhere you're getting it, the moment it gets turned on to Amazon, it could become your competitor in the future, or in the pretty much in the near future, almost as early as tomorrow. So do my products have a moat, is the question. So what are the 3 or 5 characteristics of products that have moat? I would think they must be innovative, they must be unique, they can be protected by patents or copyrights. We're going to touch on copyrights also a little bit today, because many people don't really talk about copyrights, and they're a very powerful weapon that people don't know about, and they're very cheap. They're a dime a dozen in getting copyrights. So a moat must be scalable, and you can build a brand around them. Gone are the days whereby when you start on Amazon, you want to sell what's selling, so you kind of put your label on a generic product and call it private label. I think the world has changed. The Amazon field has really changed. It's now we need to do more for us to be able to have a solid business. In most cases, think about many Amazon sellers. They really don't have a business. They have transactions, but not a business, because a business should last long. There should be some longevity built into your business. And the only way, one of the strongest ways for us to have longevity in our business is to have a moat in it. Something that makes us unique, something that is very creative, innovative, can be protected, scalable, and you can build a brand around it, right? So this is one of my sad stories. Look at this product really well. Some of you probably know it. I don't know. So a few years ago, I copied and sold a product similar to this, until suddenly I got shut down. I got shut down for copyright infringement. And the owner of this, the person that was selling this product, was so mad at me, because he was probably selling 2 or 3 a day. But when I launched in November, my first week, I was probably selling 20 or 30 a day when I launched it. He was so mad. He fought me with everything he had. He shut me down on Etsy, eBay, anywhere I could pop up, he shut me down. Why? Because he had a copyright on this product. He didn't have a patent. He only had a copyright, and he enforced his copyright. So copyright is your protection against, whether it's music, whether it's a 2D art, whether it's 3D art, whether it's a sculpture. So what he had was a sculpture copyright. He actually had a 2D copyright. He had a 3D copyright, and he had a sculpture copyright on this product. And I didn't know. I didn't do my research well. This was 2015, 16. I didn't know. I didn't know too much. So I copied him, and he shut us down. And I was left with a $40,000 or $50,000 worth of inventory that I had to dispose of, because there was nowhere I could sell that inventory, because he really went hard on myself and my friend. So how much did you think he spent on copyrights? I think he spent about $60. About $60 to do his copyright. And that $60 copyright was strong enough to shut me down in every marketplace. Everybody, when you're thinking about innovative products, the first thing that comes to mind is patent. Well, patent is good, but patent is not the only way that you can protect your products. You can protect your ideas. You can protect your innovations. It's not just patent. Patent is there, but do you know you could use copyright to actually protect yourself? It's very cheap. You could do it yourself, or you can hire somebody to do it. Even if you hire somebody to do it, maybe you pay $300 for someone to get it done the right way for you. And it takes about, the whole application for copyright takes probably 30 minutes to do. So when I was shut down on this product, I learned my lessons. And I started shutting people down too, because I learned in the hard way and I started copywriting my own products as well. So going back to our moat theory, 9 out of 10 products we liquidate at our 3PL facility, they don't have a moat. It just occurred to me when I was looking at all the products we liquidate, all the products we throw in the trash that belongs to some brand. I discovered that these were products that didn't have any moat. They didn't have anything unique about them at all. So let's go into innovative product, and I'm going to show you 15 ways, very simple ways. You don't have to. It's not rocket science. It's not difficult to innovate product. When people hear about innovation, they're like, oh my God, I need to have an engineer. I need to have like a structural plan, structural drawing and everything like that. No, I'm going to go through these 15 steps, 15 ways you can innovate products. To start an innovative product is a product that has never existed before. It's cleverly designed to look different, solve unique problems, and aesthetically appealing to the consumer. The most effective way to guarantee success and longevity in online retail is to create a brand around a highly protected, innovative product, right? So the most valuable brands, in case you don't know, the most valuable brands on Amazon today are ones with unique and innovative products. They are 10 times less likely to fail, 5 times less likely to face fierce competition, and they sell at the highest ROI. When I was there was a little plaque I used to sell. It's no soliciting. It's very round. I made it for 30 cents and I was selling it for $10. So I would clear around $3-4 on this product, bringing it to almost 1,000 ROI for me. It's a simple product. It probably took me, my friend actually designed it, probably took him, I don't know, 30 minutes to do, 30 minutes to an hour to design this product. And we copyrighted it. And we were able to get a trademark on it as well. Took us 30 minutes to an hour to create that product. And we were having almost 1,000% ROI on it. It's just to tell you that you don't need to tear your head out or whatever when you hear about innovative products. This slide has 15 reasons why Me Too products are failing fast. I'm not going to go into it because we want to have time for questions and answer after this. So you can just go through it by yourself. You can see that Me Too products are failing very fast. They have high PPC cost. They have low conversion rates. They have, the failure rate is extremely high. They're very hard to rank because you're competing. It's a race to the bottom. You're competing with everybody. There's nothing different about your product. There is nothing unique about your product. Guess what? Your business could end overnight without you noting, without you expecting, without you prepared for it. So I personally don't like Me Too product because I just don't want to wake up in the morning one day and discover that it's over, game over. Somebody just, priced me out of market because we're selling the same thing. Changing the color, slapping your labels on it. It's not innovation. It's private labeling, I guess, but it's not innovation, and it's not gonna get you longevity in your business. Okay, so why every Amazon seller needs to start selling innovative products? I mean, you can see 300% to 1,000% ROI. You can charge as much as you want. You stand out among overcrowded marketplace. You have less sellers to compete with. You can dominate the market all you want. You own the products and you're not at the mercy of your factory or your supplier. You can even sell rights or wholesale it to whoever you want. You can easily build a successful brand around it. You can protect it with patents, trademarks, and copyright, and you enjoy brand loyalty from your brand enthusiasts. You can see all these really, really good reasons why you should think innovation. So why should you innovate or redesign your product? Consumers love products that are unique and different. You can easily zoom past your competitors. You can charge as much as you want. There's more profit. Your business lasts longer and is more valuable. With all the products, before I sold my brands, most of our products have 100 to 2,000% ROI. Because we picked a niche that we really knew, and we were creating simple stuff. There was a product. It took me like an hour. I designed a product. It was like a fridge magnet, and I just designed it in Photoshop. Just Photoshop. Took me an hour to design this product in Photoshop. It got to a point the product was selling like 200 pieces a day. We made it for like I think I made it for 97 cents, and we were selling it at $16.99, $17.99. At the time we probably were clearing. It's a very lightweight product, so we were clearing like $8. It's a flat product, so it doesn't weigh anything, and the fulfillment was like next to nothing. So we ended up clearing like $8-9 on the product that cost me like 97 cents to make. So it was really good. It was unheard of, but it exists. So let's get into the 15 simple ways you can redesign your product. Let me see if we don't have any question in the chat before we go. I see a new message. What is it? Oh, okay. Someone just replied that it was the fortress. Okay, that's good. All right. So 15 simple ways you can redesign your products to outsmart your competition. Guys, it is not rocket science. By the time we're talking about these 15 ways, you will see that, oh my gosh, this is simple stuff. It's not complicated at all, right? The first one is you increase or reduce the size of a product. Is there only one size currently on the market? Are customers leaving a review saying they wished a product was larger? Guess what? Give them what they want. Go large. One of my products, a garden sign, I think I'm going to show it in 2 or 3 slides from now. It was a garden sign, and people were buying it. We were selling like crazy. And then we were reading the review one day, and somebody said, oh my gosh, I have a big yard. How I wish this product was larger. We're like, oh, wow, let's make it larger. Let's make it larger. So we introduced a larger version. And then another person said, oh, wow, well, I wish it was two-sided, because, how is somebody going to see this sign, from one side? What if I'm passing from another side? We're like, oh, wow, let's make it two-sided. And every time, now I'm not a PPC expert, or I'm not a ranking expert, but something we discovered was every time we launched a new variation of this product, the market was getting bigger. We thought that when we had the small size and then we introduced the bigger size, we thought that when we introduced the bigger size, we thought that the smaller size was going to suffer. We thought that it was going to affect the sales of the smaller size, but guess what? It didn't even touch the sales of the smaller size. The smaller size was still selling, and there was a whole new market for the bigger side, the bigger size. We were like, oh my God, this doesn't make any sense. Do you mean that we're almost inventing a whole new buyers just by creating new variation? So we're like, okay, let's test the double-sided. So we made the double-sided for the small one, the double-sided for the large one, and guess what? The market grew bigger. Every single variation was selling independently of the other ones. We were like, oh my God, the market is actually expanding. The more we were creating new variation, the more the market was getting bigger and bigger. All right, so increase or reduce its size is my number one. Number two is to change or tweak its formulation. If you're selling something that has to do with smell, change the variation. There was a lady that I took with me to one of my China trips. She wanted to be selling hair extension, women's hair extensions. And she's like, the number one complaint with women's hair extension is that it smells really funky. So she's like, is there a way I can put like a lotion, or I can put like an essential oil, or I can put some sort of a nice smell to cover the funky smell that this extension has? I'm like, yeah, you can do it. And she's like, well, can I lay it, straight on a very nice rigid box? Everybody just kind of slaps it inside a plastic bag. So she's like, can I make mine in a very beautiful box, corrugated box? I'm like, yeah, you can do it. So these are simple ideas that we can implement that will set us apart from everybody else. Change or tweak its formulation. Number 3, oh, this is the product I was talking to you about. That is my product that myself and my friend, we invented it in 2014. You'll be seeing it now. Everybody's copying this product now, right, left, and center. But we sold the brand, so it doesn't matter anymore. But this is the product that people were asking for the bigger version. They said, "Can you give us the bigger version? Can you give us a 2-sided version?" So we pretty much created this product. We created a whole new trend that everybody else is copying. Now, if you go on Amazon and you type in no peen or no dog poop, you see everybody has their own different variations. But we were the first people to invent this simple product. It took us like 2 hours to design this product. 2 hours, not more than that. And we sold a lot of them before we got out of the market. So change the look or design of the product. What are the trending animals, grains, patterns, shapes, its fantasies? Making products that have these themes will definitely set you apart from other boring stuff out there. People like different things. People like, something so unique. Even if they don't have much use for it, they still end up buying it just because they like it, right? All right, number 4, create an app to go with it. If there are products in the market, lights or whatever it is, that you think that it would be very good if you could add an app to it. There are generic codes that you can easily add to products, and they will make it, you can turn it on and off. You can tweak the product from your phone. Everybody's glued to their phones these days. Why don't you make yours, appeal to them? Unfortunately, we have a very lazy generation coming up, and they just want to sit down and control everything from the couch. Why not give it to them? Why not make it compatible to the lifestyle that people are living these days, right? 15 years ago, who could have thought that you can change or mix a light bulb's color from your phone? Now there are tons of generic toys, appliances, and accessories that you can make app to control them. Okay, so create an app to go with it. Number 5 is appeal to a unique demography. If everybody's doing like a phone case, and you feel that there's maybe you're a military person, you're in love with military theme, you can easily create products around that theme. I was talking to a guy recently. It was creating a Bluetooth speaker around a military theme. So all his Bluetooth speakers are going to look like a military product. I thought that was really cool. Because somebody's saying, well, if I create all these crazy things, do you think people are going to buy it? Guess what? Whatever is selling in the market today, somebody created it. Somebody like you and I created those things. Were they sure it was going to sell? They probably weren't sure. They were just enjoying the process. They just felt that they have something to offer the world. They felt that there is something inside of them that was yearning for expression. They just knew that they hold the world some creative geniuses, some creative designs. So they went for it. They started creating products that they thought were fun. They thought was going to, grab attention of a unique audience. So appeal to a unique demographic. If you know nurses, or if you're a doctor, go for it. Whatever your profession is, somebody out there will really, really like your design. Number 6, make it multifunction or dual purpose. This person did his research very well. He saw that a peeler, people were buying peeler, and frequently bought together to a peeler is a knife, or frequently bought together with a knife is a peeler. So it's like, you know what? Why don't I design one single product that kind of put the two together? What do you see when you're researching frequently bought together items? Can you possibly combine 2 frequently bought together products into one? This product you're looking at is not complicated to do. The mold cost for something like this is probably $5 to $7 grand for the mold cost, but it's an investment that is well worth it, because if you defend it with a patent or you defend it with a copyright, nobody is going to be able to touch you. You're going to sell this product for like 13 years. Nobody's going to be able to touch you on Amazon. For a $10,000 investment into building this kind of product, and you sell millions and millions of it. Do you think it's worth it to invest $10,000 in the product that is going to fetch you millions over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years? I think it's worth it. So we should start changing our mindset from trying to copy what everybody's doing, when you can sit and creatively think of something that is so unique, that is going to make somebody scrolling on Amazon, that is going to make them say, wow. They got to stop as they're scrolling. They're like, wow, this is cool, right? Okay, number 7 is change the flavor. We don't all like the same flavors. I like vanilla. You probably like chocolate or strawberry or whatever. Can you design or tweak your product to taste differently? Somebody might be into supplements. Some people might be into mints. Some people might be into bubble gum or whatever. Whatever your product is, can you introduce a new flavor? We talked about smell already. Flavor is another thing, right? Just go to a lab, have your lab formulate a new flavor. It doesn't cost much. I have a lab that I use when I'm formulating product. It costs like $600 to formulate 600. Sometimes the highest I've paid was $1,200 to formulate anything. There are labs out there that will do these things for cheap. But once you have your product, once you have a unique product that you formulated by yourself, you are going to sell a lot, and people are going to find it hard to copy you because they don't know your formulation, right? All right, number 8, add some bling to it. I guarantee you there's a market for every weird idea that comes into your head. Why not go bold and bling out your products with unique color combinations, rhinestones, and some gems? This is going to sound funny. My business partner, before we sold, we used to sell, one of our brands was a crafts brand, and we were selling crafts vinyls at that time. And my friend was like, I'm going to come up with a weird, silly product, and I won't be surprised if it sells. Guess what he came up with? It was a vinyl with a poop sign on it. Did it sell? Yeah, it did sell. I don't know who is buying that, but it sold. It's weird what people are looking for online. People are just buying things. People just love, uniqueness. So if, go for patterns. There are patterns you can buy royalty free on different websites and just pay, or you can buy the pattern outright for like $800 and then use the pattern to create new products. Use them to create different things. The number 1 best-selling vinyl we used to sell in those days was Paisley. It was the Paisley vinyl, and we sold a lot of them. We also sold some plaid vinyls at that time. These were designs we bought for like, $20. Or we commissioned an artist to to make a design for you, find somebody on Fiverr, find someone on Upwork, tell them to make a design for you. Use the design, make sure you copyright the pattern or the design first, and then use it to make unique products. Make a cell phone case, make anything you want to make. You'll be surprised. People would buy it, and you're going to make some really good money with this product. Okay. All right. So number 9, we're almost done, so that we can go into questions and answers. Use a different and unique material. Paper puzzles have been around for centuries. So do you know what's killing it now in the puzzle marketplace? It is wooden puzzles. People are making wooden puzzles. There's very few people are making wooden puzzles, but they're killing it on Amazon these days. Somebody thought about that. So whatever product you're making now, or whatever product you want to make, consider making it with a unique material. If everybody else is using wood, why not use PVC? Why not use a composite material? Why not use aluminum? Why not use steel? Why not use cardboard? There are so many different materials we can use to make a unique product that nobody else is even thinking about now. Do you know how you can know what materials that are available there? Ask your suppliers. Go to trade shows. Look at different products, look at different furniture, look at all this and wonder, what kind of materials did they use for this product? Research it, because you may be able to use it for the product you're thinking about, right? You may be able to use it for the product you're thinking about. So material differentiation is a big deal. Material differentiation in your product is big. Number 10, an easier way to do the same thing. Shoelace aids have been popping up all over as kids are getting increasingly lazy to tie their shoes. I actually know this guy that came up with this design, and he just figured out a way to make shoelaces more fun to tie. And the mold cost for something like this is probably $3,000-$4,000 in mold cost. And you can patent it, you can copyright it. Simple things. You don't have to go overboard. Very simple thing. Look at all the things around you. Look at your shoes. Look at your handbags, you ladies. Look at the belt. Look at different things around you, things that you have problems with, or things that annoy you, things that kind of frustrate you. And think about it. Can I change something in this product? Can I make it easier? Can I make it simpler? You'll be surprised that these things don't cost too much to make. 11 is to add a remote control function to a product. There are so many free circuits out there with your supplier, with several factories in China. There are off-the-shelf circuits that you can buy and add it to your product. They're just going to kind of sync the frequency. It's not hard. It's not hard to do. All these things are not difficult to do. Don't say, oh my God, how am I going to design a remote? No, remote control circuits are already out there. You don't need to reinvent it. Just apply it to a different product. Look at this candle. Who knew you could use remote control to control candles? Like, fake candles, but they sell very well. So think about it. What can you add a remote function to? What is out there already in the market that if you add a remote control function into it, it's going to be slam dunk. Number 12, are you environmentally friendly? Do you have, millions of followers, or did you do your survey and you see that people are really, really into biodegradable stuff? Why not make your products or your packaging from recycled plastic or from biodegradable products, biodegradable materials, so that you can appeal to your demographic, right? You can get millions of eyeballs on your products overnight by simply making an existing product biodegradable. Look at all the products out there that are made of plastic. Look at the ones that are made up of bad materials, and you can actually change the materials of this product and put it right there on your listing and say, look, this is biodegradable. This is made from recycled plastic. This is made from cardboard. This is made from, you'll be surprised how many people. Actually, Amazon has a whole section now that you could buy earth-friendly products, right? All right, number 13, we're almost done. We got 2 more after these. Number 13 is to jazz it up with music or lights. China is filled with baby and pet toys. You can simply add music, some lights, and sound effects to generic plush toys. If you see a plush toy that is doing so well, how about you adding a music function? Add some lights, add some sound effects, add some squishy or whatever, squeaky effects, to products that are already existing. Redesign it to have all this cool function. Look at this simple toy. It has the lights, it's got the music, and it's also a baby theater function. Brilliant. This doesn't cost much to make. All these things are simple products that you can make, and it wouldn't cost a ham and a leg. Number 14 is to make it rechargeable. Do you see when you're doing your research on Jungle Scout or Helium 10 or whatever tool or app you're researching products for, and you see a product that is battery operated, can you think of how you can make it rechargeable? Because everybody's going rechargeable these days. Everybody's going lithium ion these days. These are the days of electric cars and everything like that. So people are getting into rechargeable lifestyle. So what product can you make rechargeable? What are existing products out there that are selling very well, but you can make them rechargeable? The last but not the least is to make it charge wirelessly. From CDMA technology to 5G technology, in just 10 years, we're living in a world of wireless connectivity and chargeability. Think of any best-selling product, best-selling electronics or best-selling item, and see if you could make them charge wirelessly. See, the place here that makes things charge wirelessly is already a model that is off the shelf. It's already off the shelf model. You can just build a housing or a casing, something cool. You can just build it around these products. So now, before we go into this one, I want us to go into Q&A. As I was talking, does anybody have any questions so far?
There's definitely some questions around here. Is there any more questions here? And Affleck, I'm just trying to see, did you miss any of the, so I saw the question. Did you see some of the questions in the chat here?
Yes, I see questions from Dennis, right? It says, if you are modifying a product to be yours, do you have to find a company to make the modification? So Dennis, it depends on what kind of products you're looking at. And don't be discouraged, even if you think you don't have what it takes to kind of do it by yourself. There are industrial designers out there. If you go on Upwork and just type in industrial designer, you'll be able to find people, industrial designers, that can help you design or redesign a product. You can actually talk to some factories as well and say, look, I want to make my product to be like this. And they would be able to, they might not even charge you anything to modify an existing product. If an existing product needs a mold, they will tell you, okay, yeah, for this product, we're going to change the mold a little bit, or we need to create a new mold. Don't let that scare you. Those things are they're not rocket science. Factories should be able to help you out. Industrial designers, there's a site called Exometry. That's XOMETRY. You'll find a lot of industrial designers on that site. Just go to XOMETRY.com and, interview some designers there and say, hey, look, I want to do this kind of product. Would you be able to help me out with it? I see Tunji's question is it worth it having products that people can customize, e.g., adding a name or birthday, or is the extra effort not worth it? Are you talking about print on demand? Tunji, are you thinking of print on demand products, or you said you want them to be able to add a name or birthday on it? If you can help us type here so that we can see. Okay, Chad says this is truly eye-opening. Thank you, Chad. How do you find if a product is copyrighted? Ooh, that's a good one. I like that, Avery. That's a good one. You go to copyright.gov, and so copyright and patent, they are more of they are weapons. So some people, when they do their copyright and their patent, they hide it perfectly, so you don't really see it. They want you to, some of them are waiting for you to infringe it so that they can come at you and get some royalties or something. But when you go to copyright.gov, you can easily type in some keywords, and it's going to show you some things. And if that doesn't work, actually that would work, but some parts of copyright.gov, they want you to pay a fee to be able to see some copyright. So it might cost you to actually find, to discover if a product or a song or a theme or whatever is copyrighted. But the first place I'll go is copyright.gov. Okay. Danielle says, I'm interested in developing supplement. Ooh, nice. But I often hear that consumers don't like products in this area that are sourced from China. Yes, I agree. What do you think about this? I personally will not. I don't know about you, Danielle. I wouldn't buy supplements made in China. I don't know about that. I wouldn't do it. So there are a bunch of supplement companies in Canada and in the US. Danielle, there is a show. It's called Supply Side East and Supply Side West. The East one holds in New Jersey every year, and the West one holds in California, I believe. So you can Google Supply Side East and Supply Side West. You'll be able to find a lot of supplement manufacturers there. They can private label for you. They can formulate it for you. And if you don't, if you're lost, reach out to me. I'll be able to point you in the right direction. Okay, so Tunji replied and he said, more like, okay, POD or like a towel. Okay, all right. So I guess that's what we were talking about. So you want to make products that people can actually POD on. Your product is already generic, so you want people to be able to print on it, or you want people to be able to customize it. I would rather be the one to customize a product and make it mine instead of selling what somebody can customize, unless you have a patent on that product. If you have a patent on a product or you have a copyright on a product, sure, you can, if your patent and your copyright is strong, you can actually put it out there for people to order wholesale. And when they buy wholesale from you, they can print on demand on it for sure. If that answers your questions, help me reply to say it answers your question. Okay, Danielle, I think we answered Danielle's question. Oh, what is a mold? Oh, thank you, Anand. So a mold is like a cast, right? So let me use my phone case as an example. So here is a phone case, Anand. This phone case was built out of a mold. That means there was a cast. It's usually made of brass or sometimes aluminum. It's a cast that they cast this mold, they cast this product from. So they will make a cast in the shape of this product, and then they will shoot liquid. So if this product is made of rubber, they're going to shoot liquid rubber into the cast, and once the rubber dries up or cools down, they're going to open the mold and they're going to take this product out of it. So a mold is just a cast from which many products are made. So you can Google it and just type in a mold or a product mold or a product cast. It's very heavy. It's what they put into a injection molding machine, and it creates, that's where products are built from. But when you Google it, will a cast have multiple molds? No, there is a cast is almost the same thing as a mold, honestly. Some people call it cast, some people call it mold. So it's the same thing, Anand. The same thing. So look at your shoe, for example, Anand. So if you're wearing sneakers, the sole of your sneakers, the underneath your sneakers is the sole. It was built out of a cast called mold. They call it a mold, but it's really a cast. It's made of metal. And once they pour, they're going to pour what we call EVA foam, liquid EVA foam into the cast, and they're going to let it cool down. And by the time it cools down and they open the mold or the cast, you're going to bring out a fully formed sole of a shoe. So Tunji says, yes, it does. So to say it again, Tunji, you can either go, if you have a solid product, you could make it and let people do print on demand on it, or you can take a simple product, customize it, and start selling it as a unique product of your own. Lana says, my product is aesthetically very different than my competitors, but functionally the same. What do you think my next step could be to stand out further? So honestly, aesthetics is really good, even though it serves the same function. If it looks completely different, people would like it for it. Another thing I can tell you, Lana, is look at what people are complaining about in your competitors' product and see if you can incorporate it into your product. Even though your product is aesthetically different, but maybe there could be more problems that your product could solve, or maybe there's more pain point from your competitors' product that you could make your product solve or hit those pain points. I think it will make you look a lot different. And don't go too crazy. Another thing you could do while we're talking about Lana's question is you could test your product by just 3D printing it. Just print 3D version and do a test launch. I'm not a ranking specialist. I know Jamie and Joey will guide you with that one. But you can test launch a simple product idea. Like today, my friend showed me a product that we are in the process of building, and it was 3D printed, and we're testing it, and it's really working fine. Even if it doesn't work, you go back to the drawing board and amend the file and reprint it in your 3D. Before you start spending thousands of dollars on the mold, you should test it on a small scale with a 3D printer. If it works really well, then go into mold making. Lana, please help me type if I answer your questions correctly, or if you have more questions, help me type it here. Anand says, how many molds do we need for mass production? Very, very good. So, Anand, there are different levels of mold based on based on how many quantities of that product you want to make. So let's go back to my question. Let's go back to my analogy of my cell phone case. So if a mold is made out of brass, I think it may be able to last about 500,000 units. If a mold is made out of, I'm guessing out of some alloy or out of steel, you probably might do 1 million pieces. If a mold is made out of aluminum, it could probably do 100 to 200,000 pieces. So each molds do expire. So I like this question that you just answered, that you just asked me. After the injection molding machine is hitting so much on the mold, on the cast, eventually the cast will fall apart. So when you're building a mold or a cast, the mold maker will usually tell you, or will usually ask you, how many pieces do you want to produce from your mold? And they'll give you examples. They say we can make you a mold that will make 100,000 pieces. We can make you another mold that will make you 300,000 pieces. We can make you another mold that will make you 500,000 pieces, and they'll quote you separate prices. The aluminum mold can be, who knows, $3,000. The brass mold can be $7,000. The steel mold can be, who knows, $12,000. But the $12,000 mold will be able to will have a lifespan. Let's use that word, lifespan, the lifespan of your mold. The $12,000 mold may have a 1 million piece lifespan. The $7,000 mold made of brass may have a 500,000 unit lifespan. Once it's done, it's done. You have to make another mold after you hit that number. It's plus or minus though. Okay, Lana says perfect answer. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions for us? Any other question?
Pretty good. That's pretty good. Guys, I told you Alpha Lobby's pretty good, right? I told you the reason why we kidnapped him off that cruise ship and wrangled him into our Zoom onto my computer here.
Thanks. I'm having fun.
We may Joe and I were chatting here too, because this guys, we think we knew this conversation is really good. The questions are really great. The comments coming in, great session. Thank you very much. Appreciate the info on copyright. Danielle, awesome. We're not quite done yet, but you guys, Chad's so amazing. Look at this stuff. It's like, it's coming in faster than I can handle it. I'm trying to get let me see, if I get my chat here. 1 second here. Sorry, I'm on my, oops, get back to my chat. There we go. I was trying to get all these comments at once. This was like awesome. This is so good. You guys probably want us to have Alpha Lobby back again, right? Well, after I hang out with him up in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, you months will bring him back on. Yes, party too. Holy eye opening, Jareth. Oh yeah, awesome, Jareth. Great. We're excited about. Just came aboard. Matt Atkins, one of our coaching experts here. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, Alpha Lobby. Gosh, the comments are like ridiculous, Alpha Lobby. Thank you. It's really educative. Yeah, super cool. Chad is a longtime veteran with us. Great guy. So a lot of awesome feedback too. And Alpha Lobby too, I know that a couple of things you guys gave ridiculous value. I know you have a sourcing program. Again, we'll have them back on here, but I know there's some people that if you're interested, if you want to share, certainly, the way people can do more with you. I know your intention here is try to help as many people as you could out here tonight, but I also know you got some stuff if you want to share that as well too.
Well, yes, thanks, Jamie. We have, I came up from all my 25 years of sourcing products and developing products. People were kind of asking me for the past 4 or 5 years, like, when am I going to put all my knowledge into a training course? And I'm like, that means I have to record several videos, and I hadn't done it before. So it took me a while. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it. So finally, I was able to do it. It has like almost, if not 100 videos in it. I broke it down into different sections. And today it's about to come out, but before it comes out, we want to give everybody on this podcast. We want to give you a special discount. We want to give you 50% off of that program once it comes out. It's going to come out around the end of this month, but some people have been wanting to get in early bird to get in. We have the product sourcing section. We have the product development sourcing section. We have the sourcing in the US. So our craft product, remember I mentioned our craft product, the craft brand we used to sell before we sold the company to a German company. Our products were made in the US. 90% of all the products in that brand was made here in the US, because people ask, how did you do it? I explained everything in this training course of how to source products in the US. And I still do it till today. Even our signage product brand started from the US here. Our magnet product started in the US here. So I went into how to source product in the US. I went into how to develop innovative products. I went deeply into mold making and all those things in the sourcing course. So if you want to get into it, early bird, you can just scan this QR code. And once it gets out, we're just going to email you a coupon code for you to purchase it. And, and we're going to have a community whereby you can ask me questions after the course. We also have mold makers, resources to support you, people that you could deal with. If you're looking for a mold maker, we refer you to one. If you're looking for anything that you learned in the course and you're looking for resources to support you, we are going to provide it for you as well.
That's awesome. Awesome. Really cool. So great. Yeah. Encourage you guys to take advantage of it. Like I said, I know I teed this up at the beginning, but it said Joey and I, that is, when we come across really talented people that we learn from. And it was great getting to know Afolabi. You guys can tell he's really genuine, he's humble, and he's really experienced and sharp, and he can communicate it effectively. So yeah, I think we're excited to have him contribute as part of our AMZ Insiders community. Definitely recommend you guys take advantage of it. Scan the code there, and yeah, Tunji says, yeah, part 2 and even part 3. So whether you take advantage of the opportunity here, or we come back on here, hopefully you guys got some good value. Again, I know I learned a ton the first time he presented. It was it kind of blew me away as well too. So awesome, man. Awesome. Well, yeah, good stuff, Afolabi. And you're up at, like, you wear the sweatshirt to match your background there, or what?
I didn't even know when I saw it. I'm like, wow, that's a nice swag right there. That's cool. Yeah, thanks.
And you're up in Pennsylvania now?
Yes, I'm here in Pennsylvania now. I head over to Orlando tomorrow. We have a soccer tournament for my son. So we're going to be in the sun, just having a good time over there.
I had a West Point shirt on earlier today. I was out at the pool. I almost wore it for the thing tonight because I knew you.
That would be good. I would have called my oldest son to come take a look, because he's going for a the summer leadership program over there. So he's going there June 10 or whatever. He's pumped. He wants to go to West Point. Every other college we brought to him is like, yeah, I'll go there. I'll go visit, but you guys know where I want to go. So it's non-negotiable. It's West Point or nothing.
I like it. I love it. Well, awesome. Well, cool. In all seriousness, again, thank you again, Afolabi. I know we again, for all you guys in our program, this is going to be in your membership area. There's a couple of you guys that were guests here tonight too. Again, we do this all year round. I was, literally, I think our program, the quality of the people I've been doing this for 5 years, but the last, it's better than ever. It takes a group of people to learn from. And as one of my own learnings is like, none of us are experts at everything. And so surround yourself with really sharp people. And that's what we're excited to have Afolabi tonight. Again, take advantage of the offer there. For those in the program, you guys will have the recording. And again, if you're not part of the program, then there's a few guests or some, I know we have some other platforms people on, then you have an opportunity to connect with us. Joey and I are on Instagram is the easiest way to connect with either of us. Joey's podcast today hit #1 on Spotify for Amazon FBA, #1 podcast for Amazon FBA. Afalabi, we may have to pull you into that.
Way to go.
I imagine you've been on Norm's podcast, right? Afalabi?
Yes. Yes.
Joey
a
was
few
just on it.
times.
Her episode was it was really good. They just did the recording last week, but maybe we'll get you on, pull you on the podcast so we can break down some.
Awesome. Way to go, Joey. Congrats.
Thank you.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, this was a lot of fun, guys. Yep. Whoop, whoop, Joey. Yeah. If you guys make sure you guys, that Fearless Sellers, if you guys look for, make sure you guys hit the little follow buttons to get them. Feel free to write a little review. That's always cool. And again, maybe we'll get, we're definitely pulling Afalabi back into a few things. And yeah, a lot of good insight. And again, he's got a lot of experience over the years. And so encourage you guys to take advantage of it. And again, all sincerity, thanks for willing to come spend the time with the community here. And
thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome. Joey, any final words on your end?
No, that was awesome. And just want to remind everybody, if you want to watch it again, it will be in your membership area. Give us about a day or two, and it will be part of the training. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, for those in the Pro Academy, that's where you will find the recording. And yeah, thank you so much. This was awesome. The feedback was really great.
Thank you. I had fun. Thanks for having me over. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, everyone, and have a great week. All right. We'll talk soon.
All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.